What's going on, everyone? So, we all had a unanimous decision to do an entire playthrough from start to finish. I have no problems with that, but in order to make this a little bit, I don't know, different, and as well as give people options for what they would like to watch, I'm going to go ahead and do this into an episode format, and I will also do this into a VOD series as well. I will cut my entire recordings down by hours, only removing times that I took breaks to go get food or let out Doja. So, yeah, I hope you guys find that better. Also, I got a new mic, so if I sound a little funny, sound a little different, let me know. I can try and tweak that and do what I can to fix it. But thanks for watching.
Well, with that rant out of the way, sorry if I bored you guys, and sorry if that's not your type of thing, but it was nice getting it off my chest. Been bothered by all that stuff for a bit. But, yeah, I'm gonna mainly focus on getting some loot. Definitely want some armor this time around, simply for the fact of the matter is, last time we kind of threw our life situation away. I really like that cave, but I'm sure we'll find another. And then work our way down into the nether. I don't need to go to the end, but I will eventually go to the end if I need to. But for right now, it's simply just a matter of what every Minecraft world starts off as. Punch trees, break rocks, get coal, and rinse and repeat. Might as well use the wood pickaxe while we're down here to get all the coal, not waste off all of my stone. And we got a clock in here as well. Buried treasure map.
So I started recording this before we had decided what we wanted to do with the videos. So a lot of this will be post-commentary with the new mic, and some of it will be in the moment with my old mic. So you'll notice the voice change back and forth.
I want to eat all of those. We got bamboo. That is nice. I don't have to go find it now. Sure.
And a lot of this will have to be post-commentary, so that way I can at least give you guys some ideas of what I'm doing, because I just genuinely didn't talk. Unless, of course, something crazy happened and I was cursing out, the fact that there was 1,000 mobs in the cave I decided to live in. Or I didn't have any food. Some things funny, some things were rough. Mainly because I'm an idiot, but we get through it together. But I start off here with a pirate ship, which is really nice right off the coast. And then I slowly move my way into the swamp, because guess what? Swamps have ravines, and ravines usually have mine shafts underneath them. At least, that's what I remember them being like. I don't know if things have changed, considering they've done a lot of stuff to this game since the last time I played, which would have been exactly when they dropped the new cave and spawning update.
Grab.
And even then, I didn't really get into it. I just kind of perused around for a little bit before, not playing again for 2 years.
That looks like a swamp biome, which would be really nice. But, again, I'm looking for a cave. But the swamp might have a mine shaft.
So forgive me if this starts off slow. I also make some dumb decisions. I promise you things will pick up as I remember things, learn new things, and yeah, we'll get there together.
This cave or is this a hole? Looks like it goes down pretty deep, honestly. Well, let's just go ahead and hold up here for the night.
The next morning, I was running around and I decided to go away from the swamp first. That way I can see if I could grab things that I needed before I went underground. And I was lucky to find this skeleton spawner in a cave. However, I hate skeletons. They are the bane of my existence. Now in the beginning of my play run and later on and throughout the run. I don't care what anybody says. I hate skeletons. They are the worst mob. And I didn't know this at the time, but apparently their AI gets better as time goes on. And so they start doing things that I didn't even know was possible, like baiting me around a corner, or even trying to run away from me as I attacked them. But thankfully for now, they're kind of easy. They sit there, they shoot, and you can also get them to shoot each other, which was also very helpful because without it, I would have been SOL.
Melon seed. My favorite thing in the entire game. Let's feel it. Golden apples. Well, I'm not worried about paper.
Alright, I added a compressor. Hopefully that's better with the echo. I'm still learning how to use the dang thing. I have a brand new official mic from Mayono. But after wandering into the swamp, I did manage to find the beginning of a ravine really nicely. And as I follow it down, there's a dungeon on the inside. Man, I had to dig through some walls to see how far it went, and thankfully it actually went. It just happened to have, I don't know, some landslides that filled it in, but
Very much.
we make it through the back, and we ignore the dungeon because, well, I don't have any inventory space at the moment, and we work our way down into, I guess, a crag that goes pretty dang deep.
Damn.
And what do you know? Luck would have it, at the very bottom of this crag, which is basically like a slit in the wall, which is kind of crazy that it went down so far, but didn't have to dig, just made it all the way to the bottom. I stumbled upon a mine shaft. And with it, I was able to find some things I desperately like and or need. However, I didn't stop to consider the fact that, I'm so far down here, you can already see that my health is around
Just
5
head back
hearts.
to the water
I
source.
have some food for sure, but considering how quickly your hunger goes down when trying to heal yourself,
Okay, I wanted to load up. Not like that.
it's one of those things that it's just, for now, it's going to be a perpetual nightmare of me just living on the edge, ever so dangerously.
Really looking for a big, expansive cave. Not really finding it, honestly.
But I spent probably a good 30 minutes wandering around in these tunnels for a bit, collecting everything that I possibly could. And then eventually I did find my way out, and yeah, thankfully I was alive.
Like, I don't have a sword.
I wonder if this is what it felt like to be on the Titanic.
Finally, F off.
Like I said, eventually I made it out, and I found a nice cave. However, it wasn't expansive as I wanted it to be, but considering how far down I was here, and I spent, like, I don't know, now it's close to an hour down here. I wanted to make sure that I had something that I could depot and get everything out of my inventory, because right now I have diamonds, I have some glowberries I want to save, I have melon seeds, pumpkin seeds, golden apples, and I'm dang close to having a full set of armor. I just have to smelt it down first.
I don't know why it gives me 3 doors.
So, I hope these jump cuts are working out for you guys. I know that the beginning is kind of rough. Just with any game, it's rough. Like I said, I am still trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. Heck, it took me a while to remember how to press shift key. It takes me a while to figure out that I can just right click and then drag around the mouse instead of having to tap each individual square. Again, I'm an old school Minecraft player, so they've updated a lot of things in the, I guess, years now, and I'm going through and figuring it out. But don't worry, this cave area becomes something kind of grand, and after figuring out everything and getting to some high tier loot, it just becomes really, really smooth and efficient, and I start working on some grand projects here in the future. I call them grand projects, something like a minecart to the surface, or building a house, a big house. I can't go into too much details with that. It's not really big so much as it's something different. Um, and yeah, I know I am doing a modded version of Minecraft. It is specifically just adding another realm. I'm not talking about it yet because hopefully it's something with the ambiguity that you guys decide to stick around and watch it. But who knows? Like I said, my average retention time is usually about 30 seconds. However, I don't know, maybe if I complained enough or maybe if I called you guys out, that's what helps. But apparently I can get up to 2.5 minutes, which is great. But 2.5 minutes on a 40-minute video is kind of rough. But again, I'm thankful for each of you guys for being here. It just would be nice if you told me why you didn't like the video or why you're not watching it. Heck, again, you know, it's not that big of a deal. If you're not going to hurt my feelings if you tell me you want something to change or you think something would be better. But yeah, I'm doing my best for you.
Dude, fucking went right by his head and still went for me.
But like I said, this forward operating, this fob, the forward operating base, just wasn't cutting it for me. So I quickly jump over, not very far, obviously. You'll see here in a second, and I start moving over to this area, making a platform sort of base. It wasn't nothing fancy. Obviously, this is not permanent, but again, I just need something to get my ass off the ground because you can see everybody and their mom coming after me. And I don't know why, but it just seems that caves have such a high spawn rate compared to everything else in the game. Again, I say it a lot, but you're gonna see here quickly that there are probably about like a good 6 zombies that come after me. There's a squad of skeletons, and it only picks up from here. Here you can see I started my grand project, like I said earlier, with the minecart. Minecart, I mean rail system going up to the surface. Again, this will be extended, and it is a grand project. I take probably, I don't know, I want to say like a good 200, 300 block distance. I want to come out near the swamp because if things do hit the fan, yeah, I'm able to find it rather quickly. It's in an open area, but I need a lot of materials, and yeah. As you can see so far, I've been dying a lot. And a lot of the cuts have been me dying. I've removed a lot of stuff. I've probably died right now. The skeletons at least a good 8 times, a creeper once, zombies teaming up with zombies. Um, um, also, what are they called? Spiders. Those little fuckers dropping from the ceilings, coming out of nowhere. But yeah, we get through it. I promise you. It's worth watching the video. To be honest, I'm leaving this in because I have no idea what I was doing having a staring contest with a spider. So take a good look at this cave. I leave a couple clips in. They're kind of pointless because, I'm just running around with my head cut off. And you can see how many spawns there are. My god. But this cave will soon become unrecognizable. I'm talking about this becoming home. I add so many things to it. I've even added a bunch of stuff to access the top. And yeah, essentially, this is going to be the best area I could possibly choose. It's wide open. I know I complain about the mob spawns, but they become so useful later on as far as XP farming goes, as far as upgrading the cleric with zombies flesh, and yeah, where I'm at in my playthrough is definitely not where I'm at in editing. If I had to describe it to you guys, I am probably, let's see, I am probably like 14 to maybe 20 hours in my playthrough. However, with that said, I am nowhere near the end. Finish line, not the end as in the realm, but the finish line as being done with this playthrough. I have a community note going up tonight, probably with this video, talking about how this is going to be a long series. This will probably be the longest series I have on my channel. So I hope it's something you guys are here for. And yeah.
Damn. Talk about a cave structure, huh?
So I had intended to replace the acacia wood with a bunch of the lapis lazuli blocks, but after I found an amethyst little area that kind of spawned in like a half circle area, I decided that I wanted to place my amethyst blocks on the floor because they make these cool ting sounds when you run over it. So I then proceed to replace all of the blocks and then move on to getting a chicken pen, as well as moving into getting a farm. And then I also move my way back into the rail cart system so that way I can get that access to the top going, because obviously I need food. Not that I think you guys are doubting me, but if you wanted proof about how rough my start was, here's the list of everything I've died to. And let me tell you, the list even has a scroll bar, so that's a problem. Not that I knew it at the time, but I do finish up this part and I decide to move on a whim. I guess you could blame it on ADHD, as seems to be the case with this whole entire playthrough so far. I say I'm going to do one thing, and of course some things I have to do to precede that in order to get to the part that I want to do. But some things I just completely forget what I'm doing and I go do something else, which kind of seems to be the standard. At least Minecraft has plenty to fill up my time with. But this is going to be part 1. I appreciate you guys for watching as always. If you're new to the channel, please consider watching another video. That would help me out a bunch. Doja would appreciate it, I would appreciate it, and yeah, until next time, take it easy and peace.